Well, this is Guns, Knives, and Watches. Most, of course, these watches have been on video before, this, there, or the other, and anybody that's watched my channel over the years have seen them. I rant, rave, bitch, whine, and cry. But I made the last video sitting there saying, you know, if you get into watch collecting, you're a day late and a dollar short. Well, about a decade ago, it's 2014, sorry. It's about to be 2015, but boy, we're gonna get her done. There were quite a few watch brands out there that you could get very affordably. Why was that? It was because ETA, the company that manufactures these movements, was releasing them on mass scale. Not only that, they were selling the parts to make these movements to other companies at a huge number, and these other companies were able to put these ETA movements together, which were pseudo ETA. They were ETA, but they weren't assembled by ETA. Now, ETA doesn't just sit there and have people at tables putting these movements together. These movements are actually put together through an automated process, or a mostly automated process. Now, let me give you some examples of why I say if you're into the watch world, you're a day late and a dollar short. Number one, don't ever buy a watch that's plated. Plating are for wannabes. If you want to be a wannabe, rock out with your cock out, but do it somewhere else. Don't do it around me. Because, you know, if it's fake, it's got to go. If it ain't real, it's got to go. That's like hair weaves. You bitch ain't got that real hair? Get the fuck out my car. Real shit. You know. And I hate to be that way, and I hate this, that, or the other, but I don't have time in my real world for fake ass shit. And there's enough fake ass crap, and I'm part of the problem. I'm not going to sit there and say I'm not. I'll sit there and hold the illusion of this, that, or the other, that, you know, being around guns, knives, and watches is a party in a jar, when it's not. In fact, it's probably one of the hardest sumbitching things you'd ever do in your life. And I'm one of the most demanding, hardcore sons of bitches ever. And it's not on, you know, I'm not biased. I hate everybody. And I'm very demanding on everyone. I don't, you know, there's no such thing as anything other than that. So if you're fake in the watch world, then you're just another fake ass. You know, go buy your generic, or go buy your fake ass, your fake ass colognes, your fake ass clothes, your fake ass whatever. Go take that fake ass shit somewhere else. But if you want to get into the real world of watches, and you want to get into the real world of all this stuff, and you're just not some fake ass wannabe fag, then you're probably, you know, you might be in tune to some of the things I say. When you're creating that cage and you're manipulating the people, it's everything. And that's why I'm saying the economy has hurt all this, because it's driven gold to a price where solid gold watches are, you know, very expensive. It's taken it to where ETA has restricted the movements to where they're, you know, harder to get and very expensive and this, there, or the other, and da 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 da. And here's some examples. Sorry, I went off on that side rant of fake people, but I really, really, really don't like fake people. And it's just the way it is. Guns, Knives, and Watches may be a fake person, but he's a fake person in front of the camera, and when he walks off the camera, he gets real and he gets hardcore. And he does not have time, the money, this, that, or the other to deal with fake ass sons of bitches. I have to see that crap all the fucking time. That's why nobody got my goddamn telephone number. You can't call me. You can't get in touch with me. Don't show up at my motherfucking house. I don't want to hear that shit. Friends are for fags. If you have a lot of friends, good for you. I ain't got time for that crap. I ain't got time for that bullshit. Now, off on another rant. But I hate human society, the way in which it's set up, because it's all fake ass bullshit. If you can't sit down and bust a move on somebody and tell them exactly what the fuck you think, they're not your friend. They're not this, that, or the other. If you're having to lie to them all the fucking time to be around them, get the fuck rid of that son bitch. Or if they're lying to you, get the fuck rid of them. You know, this is reality. This is the real shit. We ain't selling no fake ass crap. Look at this motherfucker. That is a solid gold watch. Those are real fucking diamonds. My daughter's gonna love that shit. Did I used to bling that shit? Oh, hell yeah. When niggas had money, I could walk there, do it, this, there, or the other. Of course, I had a bodyguard at the time, but that's just the way it is, man. That clasp is a different tone of gold than the bracelet. That's a signature. Only one motherfucker makes that. I got a better one for you. This is Italian gold. Made in Italy. Italia. Right there, baby. Yeah, it's 14 karat. I really regret that. In fact, I want to do something with this watch. I'll give it to one of my daughters. Size for them, they're gonna be bling blinging with solid gold watch with some diamonds on it, and they're gonna part it down because it's 14 karat. If it's 18 karat, I'd deal with it, but that's a whole other deal. When you're buying gold, don't buy that cheap shit, that made for America bullshit, because they don't allow that stuff in Europe. That's another fake ass bunch of crap. Motherfucker, 14 karat gold's only half gold, baby. Half. That means half that shit, motherfucker, something else. Little more than half on a 14 karat gold, because solid 24 karat gold's solid 100% of gold, baby. 99.999.9999%, baby. Woo! That's a whole other thing. Don't get me off on 10 karat and 14 karat gold. Jesus Christ. Because I think that shit's some fake ass crap too. If you buying silver and it's got nickel in it, oh hell, that's fake crap too. They put nickel in it to cut that shit and make it look like it's purer than it really is. Alloy that shit up right. Don't put that shit in it where everybody's allergic to it. I got 7 minutes in this motherfucker. I ain't shown you a watch yet. And some of you people, oh, I'm gone, man. I ain't gonna listen to this motherfucker. He crazy. This motherfucker don't know what he talking about. I don't know. Woo! Talk about 14 karat golds for fake ass little punks. And don't you ever wear nothing plated. Because at least I'd wear a 14 karat gold watch. But I ain't gonna never put a damn shit. Hell no. Plated my ass. Not on my wrist. Not on me ever. Give me a fucking break. So let's talk about why you're out of luck. Because back in the day, and I'll show you a price. These two watches right here were $650 a pair. I know that was a special, but hell, you could do it. Now, one of these watches is $1,250. This is a D. Fremont Sapphire, also known as a Roman. Like I'm telling you, this one watch is $1,250. Go to D. Fremont's page if you don't believe me. They got one on sale right now, used for $900, 800 and some bucks. I round up, bitch, because somebody got to pay shipping. You might get it for $8. Hell, I don't know. But this has a Swiss ETA 2892 movement with a 24-hour indicator and a power reserve. And you know what? It has that there guilloche type dial, man. The new one doesn't have that. The new one has a stamp dial. I can tell just by looking at it. It has blue hands, date marker, no date, no day, and you can sit there and see this watch has never been worn. This is one, when I bought one, I bought two sets. says D Fremont. Of course, has the look of the rotor for the 2892. If I was sit there and I was going to stop that balance wheel, you would see it was totally temperature. At their temperature, man, it's not going, when you get it there cold or hot, man, it's self-regulating. Why? Because of its shape. It's very, works very consistently at 28 megahertz at different temperatures. But anyway, of course you have your Coach Dage. It's Cote de Geneva, man. There markers right there, them lines, baby. Coach de Geneva. It's Coach de Geneve. But you know, when I'm from Kentucky, baby, it's Coach de Geneva. Yeah, I can't say it there, Coach de Geneva. I just, it ain't my vocabulary, boy. We're gonna get her done, baby. Woo! And this is the women's version. Exactly the same, you know, complications, this, there, the other. Little different dial. We don't have their guilloche type dial on this one, but we still do have the 24-hour indicator, and we have our power reserve, our date, and then we have silver hands on this watch, and then just your stick markers. You can sit there and say there's 3 of those right there. Each one of those right now would be $1,200, and I got, as I said, 2 of them for $650. We got that there Javril, baby. Javril. Of course, this Javril is a copy of the original Javril. The original Javril was a much different watch in the fact that this Javril, even though it's a Swiss ETA 2824, very good case, very good bracelet and all that crap. They remade the face, and I busted them on that by that guy who does those GV2, man, watches and all that shit. This is actually the reverse imprint of the original dial. You can look at watches now, and I mean, I can go on and on and on through these. I'll show you another one. This is a Versace. And if you know anything about the watch world now, you know Versace watches are cheap pieces of shit. This was a Versace that was sold in the boutique stores. And this is before he got whacked, or right after he got whacked. And this is a big date indicator, which means there's 2 wheels there. The first one and the first and second numeral are actually on 2 wheels. And it is a beautiful, 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 beautiful movement. And I don't know if you can see those, the spurs actually on that balance wheel. The flaring as it gets towards the edge of the rim is actually what gives some of its temperature resistance, and I forget some of these terms in English. You have to understand, I learned all of this stuff in French and German, and I really, 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 really don't know them in English because we've never said them, and I don't talk to people that much, so I'm not in customer service. If you haven't figured that out yet, if you don't know it, fuck you. Go talk to somebody else. Go talk to somebody else in the company. Go talk to someone else somewhere else. Go to this or the other. But if you're expecting me to be your customer service agent, it's not exactly going to happen today, baby. In all of these, like this COSC D Fremont Mount Palomar, and there is the actual area code of Mount Palomar. Certified COSC movement. A lot of my watches you're going to find out are actually certified COSC. These things used to be about $600, $600 some dollars on a bracelet. They're now, you know, whatever they are. I'll give you another example of why you're shit ass out of luck. And you're a day late and a dollar short. And you can't get these kind of deals, okay, when you buy your Invicta or when you buy all that crap, because they're actually part of the race to the bottom. they took a brand that was trying to do something, and of course, because the head of the company was probably a douche, was not able to do that. So now they're racing to the bottom, selling to the masses, and I'm cool with that. We're good. But you know, when you're a douche, you have to accept the fact that you're a douche and accept the consequences of being a douche. And the world, unfortunately, has to deal with a lot of douchery. But Oceanaut is a really good brand. And right now, I think these are only sold at, I don't know, they're sold down in Green Hills at, I don't know, some major department store, which I don't go in unless my kids want a bunch of clothes. And they go in, they tax my ass for a few $1,000s, and we walk the fuck out. Mrs. Guns, Knives, and Watches goes, I really like that shirt. It's only $4,000. We gotta have that, baby. We need two. Give me, wrap them up, baby. Oh, Lord. Get some bleach on it or something. Like, whoa, I can't deal with this, baby. But anyway, they've got a bunch of Oceanauts you used to be able to buy really inexpensively for $250 up to $400 and $500. And now these things at that, whatever that department store is that carries those things, they're very expensive. Mrs. Guns, Knives, and Watches wears a Pasha all the time. Seiko's, even the industry has been Seiko. Even Seiko has had to undergo a lot of this crap in the watch world. This Seiko is actually made in Japan. It's actually made there in Japan, man, and not a whole lot of Seikos, and not even this Seiko is made in that there Japan, baby. But this one is, and that they're considered in the world of Oriental watches. The watches that are made in Japan are considered a higher quality than the ones made in the Philippines, China, where the fuck these things are made. Who cares? I mean, it's like, if you get into the minutia of where all this crap is, get into the minutia of where the really good shit's made, and fuck everybody else, basically. You know, because anybody and their mother can get a baboon to put together something, you know. You know, Cobalt is a good company if you're, you know, into that type of lifestyle and that type of crap. But they can find a douche in wherever and teach somebody, some ape, to put together a watch. I have a lot of problems with my American-made Cobalt because those monkeys up there in Philadelphia really didn't get it done correctly. But, you know, that's a whole other video. Anyway. This is Guns, Knives, and Watches, and, oh, here's a cool one. It's a Clerk. Right there, Clerk, baby, on that there bracelet, baby. Yeah, baby. Woo! And, we gonna get her done. This is why your shit ass out of luck, baby. And don't be fake. Real people don't like fake shit. About anything. If it ain't real, real people have real problems with it. Fake people, fuck them. They don't mean shit anyway. You can buy and sell their ass 10 $5 for $1. Woo! It's a blue light special, baby. That's a Kmart reference if you ever been there. I haven't been there in probably 2 decades, but I still remember a blue light special when I was a kid before Walmart. Have a good one. Peace out.